Welcome, Pisces, Aries, to your mid-month reading for April. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, Pisces, Aries, let's see what's going on with you. Mid-month, this is your energy of what you're thinking, feeling, or the energy surrounding you. Coming out is the Ace of Wands, talking about a false start over here. Cloudy outlook, having a false start. Ace of Wands, clarify on the Ace of Wands, please. So you might have tried to start something very quickly and rushed into something, but it's not time, right? It was a false start. You shouldn't be doing that at this time. You were just moving too quick. Clarifying on this card, clarifies on the entire reading. This is the waiting game. You are definitely in the waiting game because you had a false start. So it's kind of like running the race. If you didn't wait for them to hit the bell to say go, it's like you started to go before they said go, right? Kind of running a red light over here to start too fast. Which is giving you a cloudy outlook, because then it's going to confuse you to why things aren't going the way they're going, because it wasn't for the perfect timing. So you're probably running into a little bit of obstacles and challenges along the way. Whether it's romance, a business, a project, whatever it is you're doing. Okay, getting straight into the situation. The situation is taking place in the present, the recent past, or the near future. Well, that's a good thing. At least you're getting out of the swords with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so over here, yeah, here you are. You're self-sacrificing. You're going to actually self-sacrifice to do this. So it does feel like you self-sacrifice something to get yourself moving over here. You don't want to hang around anymore. You decided it didn't matter if it was too early for the situation. You were going to do it anyways. Kind of like, let's say you're building a house, but you don't have all the money to pay for all the pieces and to build the house. So it's going to be a false start, because now you can only put up the foundation, but you can't put up the, the frame of the house, right? So I can lay the foundation, but I can't afford the frame of the house. So oops, maybe I should have waited, right? So something like this. And it's just going to be more of frustration on your part than it is anything. And that's what's going to give you the cloudy outlook. Self-sacrificing, and it could be a love situation. You jump too fast. However it is, you jump too fast. It wasn't a united thing. It wasn't balanced, and it wasn't equal at the time. There wasn't enough patience and planning to do this. You didn't have all the monies and resources to do such a thing. Yeah, and you didn't law and attract the way, and you didn't take the action the way it should have been done. With the Queen of Coins, you should have had more monies available at this time, or more experience, or more knowledge, something. There was something that was not available at that time, but you jumped the gun no matter what. So take that how it resonates. With the Three of Swords over here in the near future, you do have somebody contradicting the situation. Maybe you had somebody kind of manipulating the situation and telling you, hey, come on, let's do this. And this puts you in the waiting game. You did it, it feels like, because, well, they were kind of maybe controlling the situation a little bit, or maybe you even kind of manipulated your own situation thinking you were going to get there. You were very passionate about this situation. However it was, you didn't want obstacles and challenges, but you kind of gave your own obstacles and challenges to yourself with the Five of Coins. This is just because you didn't see it the way it should have been seen. So you are going to feel that right now in the present, because things are not going to change, because you don't have the money and the resources, time available, whatever it is, to have this change and this good fortune. So this is not a fortunate thing that you did, because you jumped the gun before time. Yeah. So you're going to have to stop the project, and you're going to have to stop and reflect and see what's going on. And you're going to have to put extra hard work needed and more effort into this project to get exactly what you need out of the project. if you have a spouse over here, they really are pissed off. I just want you to know. And that's because they didn't believe. They feel like you didn't use the logics that you should have used. They don't think that you thought it through well enough. They think that you just rushed into this situation and you were kind of irrational and not logically thinking about the situation. They also feel like maybe you should have had more conversation with them or more resources, some kind of communication with them if you have this other person involved. If this is a boss and you jumped the gun, they feel like you weren't on the same page as them. They're not enjoying this because it's going to take more time. Take it how it resonates. But there feels like this communication of having this said, and it might even be with yourself. You might be arguing with yourself over here because there wasn't enough patience and planning on your part. They just feel like you should have said something to them. They just feel like this was very irrational. Okay, so the Ten of Cups is coming up. So you're in the waiting game, my friends. You're going to have to wait until the time comes for this to happen. With the Ten of Cups over here, everything's going fine now. You have the achievements. You might have built your house. You got this work contract done, whatever it is that you were doing, whatever this is that's in the waiting game, it seems like it's done. Now you can self-sacrifice for the right timing. Okay, because the only problem is that now you don't have to move forward as much as you did before. Right? Because everything now is coming together. It's just, you definitely jumped the gun over here, my friends. Like, literally. Okay. Because, I mean, this is just saying it's kind of a stalemate, right? You're still going for the Ten of Cups. Everything's coming together a lot better, but you're still kind of in a stalemate. Why? Because you're still in the waiting game. So as it's continuing to come together and you're building that house, now you have drywall and stuff. Now you might have to wait and self-sacrifice again. Maybe you're even self-sacrificing some of your own money. Okay. Maybe that's why the spouse is so upset, right? Why are you using our money? Hermit, you're kind of stepping back from this for like a second and kind of hiding out for a minute because you need some reflection on this of how you're going to move next, because you know that no matter what, even though you have more happiness and more success within this area, it's still not moving the way you 100% want to. So yeah, you're kind of reflecting on this and trying to wait for other people to come through. So you're trying to get into the High Priestess. You're trying to get wise over here to the next situation. It even feels like you might even be waiting for someone to come in to help you with the situation. And maybe you're logically and intuitively trying to wait for a Virgo to come in to help. Yeah. But now it's going to be on their time. With the Five of Swords, is kind of like you're fighting within your head as you're trying to do this, trying to keep yourself out of depression because you know you kind of jumped the gun. Yeah, with the Five of Cups, kind of making you sad because it feels like with the Ten of Cups, it's like I have success, but it's only like you only have half the house built. Now you have to wait for the electrician to come in, and the electrician is the Hermit, and now you're like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, so you're still waiting. But there is this determination that no matter what, you're going to keep going, even though you're feeling a little, it's more frustration. It's definitely frustrating, and you're definitely waiting. You have to take the leap of faith. You might even have to go try to hire a different person to do this because the Hermit's not coming through the way you want them to. There's a lot of impatience going on over here, my friends. Maybe you've been waiting a long time, but calm down with the impatience because you're giving yourself nothing but swords. Literally. And it does look like over here your partner knows. Those of you who have this partner, whether it's in a contracting business and they work with you, a coworker, however it is, they know that you're pushing time. You know what I mean? Impatiently moving, which is doing nothing except for getting this over here, going over there, and now you have to wait for them. Yeah. You might even have to wait for permits to go through, because I am hearing that too. It's like I got the house done, but now I'm trying to build the deck to the house, but I'm waiting for this permit to go through. So take it how it resonates. Doesn't have to be a house at all. That's just one of the biggest things I'm hearing. It's definitely some kind of project though, or work contract that's going on over here. You just have to watch your patience. Very impatient energy over here. And it could be something that you've been trying to do for a long time. Maybe that's why you jumped the gun. Maybe it was snowing, right? And you're like, you know, it's been snowing forever and a day and I need this done. Maybe you've been sitting on a permit for a long time and you couldn't do anything with it. So, okay. And let's see what the angels have to say. In the end, though, I love it, though, even though you give yourself Ten of Swords because you pushed yourself to the limit, my friends, you still get the Ace of Coins in the end, so you can get rid of your Three of Swords, right? Because you still have that passion, and the Three of Swords is over here showing that passion. You passionately still get to the success that you're looking for, but boy, look at what you did to yourself. You put yourself through the ringer over here. And remember, nothing is written in stone, my friends, so you can always change this by just not being impatient. Don't push so hard, okay? I really want to make that known, that this is not written in stone. You have self-will, okay, to be able to change this. So your future outcome does not have to be you putting yourself through the ringer. You know, you understand what's going on right now, so if you use the patience instead of being so impatient, you can change this. And then just chill out a little bit over here, right? And then just kind of work at it. That way you can kind of catch yourself, right? Catch yourself for perfect timing. That's the reason we do these, right? Is so that we can kind of have an understanding of where time flows. Remember, the past meets with the present, and then the present is the most likely outcome, right? Because if you keep doing this, keep doing that, that's the most likely outcome is you over pushing yourself. It's common sense, right? It's super common sense. You know, people say, oh, you're not supposed to. No, it's actually common sense. It's kind of like if you robbed a store all the time, the common sense is you're going to get caught and go to jail, right? I mean, that's common logic, right? So, I mean, it's just pretty much common sense that if you're using this much impatience and pushing yourself that much, you're only hurting yourself. So think of it like that. So you can change that. That's why, you know, tarot's so wonderful. So you can catch yourself and say, oh, I don't want that outcome. Now, it doesn't mean you can change every little piece, right? No, because you can't change what the Hermit's doing, right? You can't change that, but you can catch it and kind of what you're doing is you're redirecting it and you're shifting it. Okay. Yes, you're going to shift that. You could literally do that too, by shifting that for a peaceful resolution. Because then if you shift this and start, you know, really working on your patience, you can actually shift that. That will give you a more peaceful resolution, because right now you're looking at this. Pain, misery, my back hurts, my head hurts, I got a headache, frustration. Catching your own frustrations, because the opportunity is still there. Spirit is saying, no matter how you do this, because you do have the Ace of Coins, it's just telling you you know, look, friends, it's just how you want it done. You know, do you want to have the peaceful resolution, or do you want to kill yourself trying to do this, right? Carrying all these burdens and trying to get things done, because no matter what, you're still getting to where you need to be in the end. Okay, so choosing a new direction, one that you use a little meditation to calm down a little bit, because no matter what, it's going to be done. Okay, definitely. Alrighty, and that's it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.